Yeah. Welcome everybody to another episode of Time Out with Shaq. You know what I'm saying? It's been going good and everything. This episode 4, I'm about to bring in a special guest, man. So when he comes on, I want y'all all to come on in and, show this young fella some love. One of Connecticut's top finest ball players. What's going on? What's going
What
on?
up? What up? How you doing?
Hey, nothing, man. What's up with you, man?
No, I've been good. No, I'm at school right now. Just got out of church. Came back to my dorm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, just want to welcome, man, you to the show, man. Season 2, Time Out with Shaq, episode 4. Got one of CT's finest. So, why don't you, introduce yourself to everybody, man?
I'm Mason Jackson, 6'5", class of 2022. I go to Canterbury Prep School up in New Milford, Connecticut, and I'm one of the top recruits in Connecticut.
Okay. Like I said, man, welcome Mason Jackson, man, also, my little cousin, you know what I mean? So, just an honor, man. So we just going, dwell into your life, as a youngster to where you at now. And just let the, guys that know you, guys that don't know you, just know who you are and who makes you Mason, you know. So growing so you originally, where you originally from? Let's get that out the way. Where you originally from?
Originally, my family and even myself, I was born in New London, Connecticut. All my family from New London, Connecticut. Around
Okay.
like 2 or 3, me, my whole family, my dad moved me out to a little town called Sprague, Connecticut. But when I let people know where I'm from, I let people know I'm from Norwich, Connecticut. Because before I came to Canterbury Prep, I went to high school at Norwich Free Academy in Norwich,
Okay.
Connecticut, and just grown up there my whole life.
Okay. Yeah, man. So, you got a little bit of best of both worlds. You got that green and gold and that, that red and that white, but
Yeah.
but you've called, the Rose City, as Noah just called your home for, many years. What was it? When did you know growing up, at what age did you want to make this your basketball job? Because we look at basketball as a job. So when did you know, when that ball was put in your hands, that you wanted this to be your job, to say, yo, listen, I think this could take me many places and set my family up, for many years to come? Like when did you know that?
Well, I'd say around like fifth, sixth grade, so like 11, 12. I told my dad, I remember we was on the way to practice. I used to play football. I used to play wide receiver, safety, and corner. So we was on the way to practice, and like I just got annoyed one day. I was like, Dad, I don't even feel like playing football anymore. I just want to focus myself on basketball. And he was just
Mm-hmm.
like, You sure you want to do that? I was like, Yeah, like 100% in. So then after that, we've always worked basketball my entire life. Even when I was playing football, I was always a better basketball player. So after that, me and my dad really got to training, and just ever since that, I hit 7th, 8th grade. I was playing with Expressions Elite out of Boston, Mass. So I used to go up there and work out with them. And I used to take stuff from them, bring it back home, to work on it. And just ever since, yeah, like 6th grade, I've always wanted to be good at basketball. Then when I hit my freshman year, I was like, all right, I think I want to go into play D1, go into college, and keep this going. So throughout my whole high school career, I just kept working, just stayed the course, and just keep grinding. Even right now, I'm still grinding. And yeah.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to Nick, man. Shout out to your pops, Nick, man. It's my guy, man. Fam all day. Um, so now how, we come from that small area, down there in that New London County area. So, it's been rivalries and stuff like that. What was it like growing up? You know what I'm saying? Who was your idols growing up? You know what I'm saying? It could have been an NBA player, college player, or a hometown person. Who did you look up to growing up, saying, hey, listen, he can do it. I know I can do it. Like who did you grow up watching and was like your childhood basketball idol?
Well, I'd say for NBA players, I'm still a huge Kobe fan. I still love Kobe. His death was sad, but I grew up loving Kobe.
Yes.
I was a big KD dude too. I looked at myself. I was the same build as KD, so I always wanted to try and beat him. I always use them in 2K. Like, it's just my favorite people to like model my game after. And then for like in town, when I was young, like real young, my older brother playing in high school, so I used to go to all the games. And then like everyone, my dad used to tell me from New London, this kid named Chris Dunn, like he was like,
Okay.
if you play as hard as him, like you could be something. So like I always heard about him. I always watched him. Like even now, like at my age right now, I'll go back and watch old high school highlights from Chris Dunn and see what he used to do around the competition. Like same school, same like competition I'm playing now. So
Yeah.
like just seeing Chris Dunn come out here, make it, go to Providence, watch him kill up Providence in the NBA right now, just gives me some hope that I could do it too and go
Yeah,
somewhere far.
definitely, man. Definitely. Shout out Chris, man. Definitely a legend, you know what I'm saying, out there in New London. So, was you know, growing up, like how was it, you know what I'm saying, playing, on the playgrounds and stuff like that? Did you find it harder and more better to hone your skills on the blacktop versus the hardwood of, like, inside rec ball and stuff like that? Which more was easier to transition and get you ready to play high school and stuff like that? Was it playing the little rec league, or was it playing on the blacktop with the older guys and getting roughed up and stuff like that?
Um, I'd say for my toughness to get me tougher and stronger. I remember my older brother Nicholas Green, he used to take me out to the courts. Like I'd be home chilling. He's like, "Yo, you come with me." We used to go out to a court
Mhm.
somewhere. I used to go out there and I used to get bumped around. He used to have to guard like 20, 30-year-old men. So that I'd say the blacktop definitely got me stronger. But then also kudos to the rec leagues and stuff. I learned a lot from those too. Just going hard, killing those. But I'd say overall, I think the blacktop helped me out more.
Okay. So what went into your decision as far as, what I mean, going to, NFA? Was that a school that you wanted to go to, like, or, was there another school that you wanted to go to, but you had to, go to NFA because of where you lived at? Like, how did that come about where you ended up, having to, be at NFA?
Oh, it's a funny story. I was close, like I was pretty close to going over there with Dave and Ledger. Cause I
Mm-hmm.
remember I was had a tournament up at the Reggie Lewis Center in Boston,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a game. I saw him up there. He's like, "Oh, I came up here to watch you." And I remember him coming to the game. So like my dad was like, he's showing that much commitment. Like maybe we should go over there. But then me and my mom wanted me to go to NFA, and like I knew like a lot of kids going to NFA, and like growing up, like also watching my brother play NFA, going to the games. Like I also wanted to be a Wildcat too. So I was just like, you know what, like I'm gonna go to NFA and just go make history. Because I knew my dad was always telling me like, oh, like they never had a state championship team over there. So I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I want to go make history, and I also want an ECC chip and just do it in my hometown.
Yeah, nah. You definitely was, one of the most special kids, I mean, to watch in, the ECC. I mean, you took it by storm, stuff like that, always in the consideration for player of the year, things like that. What was that driving force to push you to want to be great at NFA and leave a legacy? I mean, there has been some great athletes to come through NFA. I mean, you might be, probably up there, if not number one, close number two, three as most versatile players. I mean, we had another NFA great on the show, what I'm saying, Leonard Miller. Definitely, one of my guys I grew up playing with was one. You had Anthony Vaughters. I mean, there was a lot of guys to, what I'm saying, come through NFA. Mark Jones, like, what I'm saying, there was a lot to like come through there. Where do you put yourself at as up there with those guys, what I'm saying, and stuff like that?
I'd say if COVID-19, all that stuff didn't happen, we made a state chip run and won the state chip. I feel like I'd be the best player to go through there. Bringing the first state chip to the school, I feel like I'd be number one. But still, right now, I feel like I'm a top 5 player to go through the program. That's what I feel like.
So how did you feel when this first off, let me stop here. How are you, and you know what I'm saying, and how's your family back home coping with this whole COVID-19 thing and stuff like that?
They're doing pretty good. Most of them, they don't really be going out. My dad be going to work. My mom been doing like school with my little brother. My sister
Mm-hmm.
be at home still. I've been home twice since COVID, since I've been up here. So I've got to see them a couple times, but I call them almost every day. But they've been doing good overall.
That's good. That's good. So, what went through your mind when the NFA season got cut short? You know, couldn't play. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, what was your mind going through when you see all this stuff going on with this COVID and stuff happening?
I was annoyed. I was mad. Like the day I was in school, I remember it. My coach texted our group chat. He was like, season's canceled due to COVID-19. I think I almost left school for the rest of that day. Like
Yeah.
I didn't go to class the rest of the day. I'm trying to remember. I forgot. But I found out like near the end of the day, I think I had like one more class left, and I was like, I just went to the gym. I forgot what I did, but I was just mad overall. I was just mad.
So you feel like if COVID didn't hit, y'all would have been crowned state champions?
I truly believe that. I know we had a tough road. Probably
Uh-huh.
they had us in the predictions going against East Catholic in the Final Four, but I feel like we would have cracked them. I feel like we would have got through that. I feel like we would have went and got a state chip.
Okay. Okay. So who would you say was, during high school season, whether it was out of conference or in conference, who was your toughest competition? Like, you know how Jordan, he said his toughest competition was Joe Dumars, like guarded him crazy, this, that, had trouble with him. Like, who would you say if there was anybody? I mean, because you basically was an unstoppable player. I mean, inside, outside, versatile, but who was that person that gave you fits sometimes that you was like, damn, I got to see him? Like, who was that one person and who was that team that, what I'm saying, like, even though, y'all knew y'all could probably win, but they gave you fits. Like, who was that one person, that one team during, your stint at NFA?
My junior year, I wouldn't say there was a person, but I remember my sophomore year, that person I'd say was that Waterford State chip team and seeing Peyton Sutman. He always was guarding me hard. And I played him 2 times that year. The first time he held me to like 14 championship game. It was a tough. I was just missing shots. So like it was hard to get going against him. He's a good defender because he's long and lengthy and he plays sound defense. And overall as a team they were good, won that state chip. So they were playing good help defense too. So I feel like he was the hardest person I had to go against defensively.
Okay, good. And to all the fans that watching and everything, if you guys got any questions for Mason, you can put it into the chat box right there. I'll post it to the screen, and he'll try to answer them anything's possible. So if you got any questions for him, put it on. Shout out to my cousin, Brand. She's on. She said she got to see you play, Mace, man. Said she got to see you play. It's going to be an honor to see him play. I mean, the kid is versatile, definitely versatile. So, NFA. Now, let's deal into, was this very special moment, actually very special 2 years for me, having you come play in the prestigious Hoop Wave basketball showcase, which now, we can't do it due to COVID, things like that. But you had, and I think you were probably the first player to win back-to-back MVPs. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was that like? Like, what I'm saying, playing in one of the most prestigious, showcase tournaments in Connecticut, and you playing against some of the top talent all across the state. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was that feeling like when you got that call saying you've been selected to play in this event? Like, what was it like playing on the stage with these guys? And what was it like being the first ever back-to-back MVP of the showcase?
Getting a call from you guys, I was like, it felt good to feel like I'm considered one of the best players in Connecticut. to go and play against other good players, and there were some pretty good players the 2 years that I played in it. And like getting my name called for MVP to show how much hard work I put in, and just shows the people that like I'm for real about what I do. I'm one of the top players. Just like people are just not saying my name for no reason. Like I really believe that. So like being MVP back to back was like pretty special to me.
Yeah, I mean, because like you came out, and I want to say you won it as when did you win it as? I want to say as eighth going to ninth. I think I want to say
Eighth
I
going
won
into
it.
ninth.
Yep, eighth grader and as ninth grader. So you won it as the middle school, and then won it as a freshman. Like that was,
Yeah.
And you started a trend after that because there's been multiple, back to back. But to say you the first, like, you definitely put it on a echelon. So now let's talk about, AAU. Well, you say you started out with expressions, and you was doing very well in that. What was the decision on you guys like switching from expressions to where you at now? You're playing with, the Connecticut Elite AAU program and stuff like that. What was the differences in those two organizations that made you say, hey, I want to go here and versus staying here where I was at? What was the decision making in that?
I'd say with expressions, even though like I was getting great, I was like getting better over there, always working in the gym. I remember plenty of times in the gym with Terrence Clark, who's at Kentucky now, Alexis, who's at East Carolina. Because overall, a lot of D1 players, I was always in the gym getting better. But at the same time, like I feel like I wouldn't be playing that much. Like I'd come in for a little bit here and there. And I feel like I wasn't developing on the court, but I feel like I was getting better just like in practice. So like I wanted to be on the court more. So then I just left and went to a program that I could get some more playing time to show what I could do on the court to get more recruitment. So then Connecticut Elite, Trey Sells, I remember I was at a hoop group tournament up in not hoop group showcase at Handlam Hall, and he was up there. He was talking to my dad. He's like, I want you to play on our national team, and I want you to come back home and do it in Connecticut. And I was all down for it. I feel like there's not that many AU teams in Connecticut. All the good players in Connecticut run out to like New York or New Jersey or Mass to go for AU. So I want to do it from back home and show people that there's good players in Connecticut and you can do it from home with your AU team. You don't gotta chase out to another state.
Okay, I think we answered this question earlier, but here's a question from Miss Brent Peters. She said, when did Mason start playing ball and training for it?
Like I said, 5th, 6th grade, that's when I really started training hard, really like taking it seriously. But I've always played ball ever since I was like 3rd, 2nd grade.
Okay. Now, NFA comes to a close, your storybook career. We all wanted to see you come back and finish off. What was the decision on you taking the prep school route to, finish out your high school career, getting ready for the, collegiate level? What was the decision making in that? Do you felt that it was truly the right decision? And sometimes do you miss being back at NFA with your group of guys and stuff?
I'd say it was a really hard decision leaving that school because I also wanted to bring a state chip because that was the reason I came back from my junior year. I wanted another extra year to win the ECC chip, which I did. I want to win a state chip. But I just felt like it was time to go because Coach B up here, Coach Brian Bowden, he's been doing me really good. The whole team, we all be working in the gym. We all stay in the gym. I feel like I've gotten better here already, improving, pulling on some more muscle. And just it was overall better for me to get on the court because at NFA, like there'd be a couple blowout games here and there. I feel like on the prep level, like you're playing college players every night, and practices are college practices. Everything you do is like getting you ready for college. So I thought it was a better way to get also my recruitment up more. So overall, I feel like it was just a better decision for me. It was the right decision. But I still miss everyone back home. Like I got my close group of guys from back home I talk to every day, and I stay in touch.
Okay. So currently, you hold 4 offers, Bryant, Sacred Heart, UNC Asheville, and Fairfield. How has that been going for you as far as, the offers coming in? Do you feel like, doing this year prep, you're going to get more offers? And like, where do you see yourself playing? And like, what type of player would you say? Would you say, hey, I'm an ACC guy, I'm a Big East guy, I would like to go here? Like, is it a certain destination school that you want to go to, or conference? And, how has the process been between the schools that have offered you thus far?
It's been good. All the schools that offer me, I stay in contact with them. And I've been receiving a lot of interest from other schools while I've been up here getting new interest. No, no more offers yet, but there's been a lot of interest. And I feel like if I keep working with my skill set and keep getting stronger, that I could go high major, play any of the conferences, or go mid major, play any of those conferences. I feel like I could really play anywhere. And like one of my dream schools I love to play is Florida. So I feel like I could make it with just hard work.
Okay. Okay. We got another question again from Ms. Brent Peters. She said, you're a good thinker. How important have mentors been for you? So, like your mentors and stuff, like, who has been the mentors in your life, and how have they, played a pivotal, role in your life and your growth, as a basketball player and as a student athlete, because, you need the books before ball. So how have they been, for you?
Well, I always got my coaches, like Coach Trey Styles from my AU program. We're always
Mm-hmm.
talking. He always hits
Mm-hmm.
me up, making sure I'm doing good in the classroom and doing good on the court. And then my biggest mentor all throughout my life is my dad. He's always been on me. He never let up. He's always hard on me, but I'm glad he's hard on me because he wants to see me make it. And he's just my biggest mentor. I always get all my advice from him. He's always telling me what's right, what should I be doing on the court, what should I be working on. And then he's also telling me not to fall behind. Like, don't try to be the cool guy going to class. Like, get your work done and get good grades because it's gonna pay off. Because he always tells me that I'm not gonna be able to dribble the ball forever. So
Mm-hmm.
I gotta find something else to do in life. And if I got books, that I can go anywhere I want with them. So I just listen to my dad, my biggest mentor right there.
Okay. Okay. Good. So do you have, like, what I'm saying, what is like your, once you get to college and stuff like that, you have something that you want to major in, or are you gonna go like the undecided route like most guys do and stuff like that? Like, what are your plans for that as far as when you get to college?
I get there. I haven't found anything to major in yet. There's a couple stuff
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested in. Like I'm interested
Mm-hmm.
in marketing a lot. I like marketing, so I
Mm-hmm.
might try that out, but I'm still undecided right now, and I'm gonna see what happens.
Okay. Now, important question. Since you're one of the top players, I mean, you got the college ready body, NBA ready body, as some may say. They got the G League thing going on now. A couple guys been taking that route. I mean, has it popped in your head at some point to like, hold on, if Jalen Green doing it and this guy's doing it, this may be an option that I want to do? Has that been an option in your mind to take that route to go professional? Or, hey, listen, I want to go to college, experience that life, and hey, if I make it, I make it. If not, I'm going to try to get in there. Has that come in your mind? I have to ask. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got this capable skills of doing it. So has that come across your mind, your dad's mind, or something at one point?
Nah, we never. I mean, it sounds nice, it looks nice too, but like I've always myself, like personally, like I want to go to college. I want to go to
Okay.
college first, and
Good,
then
good, good.
get a degree, and then go off. If I go to NBA, go G League, go overseas, whatever gives me the best opportunity, and then that's what's gonna happen. But it's college
Good.
first.
Good. All right. Now I got another, this is another special moment of mine. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it just happened recently. Rose City Night Flight League. You're playing for your pops, your uncle, my cuz. the legendary game everybody wanted to see. Made Men versus Hoop Wave. How was it the first game? We gonna break down the games, but what was the excitement? You know what I'm saying, in that particular first game? You know, you out there and the home crowd is there behind you, this and that, and you pulled off one of the most amazing plays, man, of the night. Why everybody came to see. How was that for you? How was that?
It was fun. I love the summertime under the lights tournaments. Everyone can come out, brings the community together, and I just like to do something that I love doing, playing basketball, and it was just fun. Just the excitement was there. Everyone popped out. You got you had Leonard mic'd up, just talking, commentating. So it was just overall fun. It was just a good battle, to be honest. We knew we was gonna have to see you guys again after that game. You guys gave us a tough run down the end. So yeah.
So how was that memorable dunk? Like how where was that come from? Did you knew you was gonna catch a body that night? Like, you know, like what was going through your mind? Because I mean, you set the crowd into a frenzy. I mean, you set the crowd crazy. Like, you know, how was that?
It was good, you know. I mean, I'm always talking to my dad every time before a game, probably almost every time before a game. He's like, "So how many bodies you gonna catch today?" I was like, "I'll be joking on there. I'm trying to catch everything." But I always tell him like, I'm gonna try and catch one today if I get it. So then I just saw Tay. I looked at him. I was just like pointed up. He just threw it up there. He knows I can catch those, and the kid jumped and just dunked it. Just caught it. Surprised I caught that one, to be honest. So it was up there, but I got it.
Now, how was it in the second go around game? Refs going crazy. I think fouled you out. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was going through your mind? Because every player is like, listen, I ain't trying to foul out. This the game right here. You know, I personally think the seedings was crazy because that should have been a championship game. There's that, whatever. But, you know, what was going through your mind? Like, did you feel like, damn, I let my team down? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, or did you have that confidence like they could still, you know, be there to win the game?
Well, first of all, it was hard. We're only five guys, five versus another five with like 6, 7 guys off the bench. So everyone's getting tired, and it was an overall hard game. I knew it was gonna be a hard one to pull out. And then when I fouled out, I was mad at myself for even putting myself in that situation. But I feel like we still had confidence to win that game, but it just slipped up at the end.
Okay. So, you know, so when do you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be ready to, you know, make that decision or where you want to be committing to and stuff like that? Have you narrowed it down, or are you still, you know, gonna wait it out, you know, see what else comes? Or like, you know, what's your thoughts and what's your process on, you know, being ready to make that decision where you're gonna be going to school at?
To be honest, I'd say even though I've had a lot of schools reach out and show interest and got a couple offers, I feel like my recruitment's still wide open. It is wide open. I'm still waiting out to see who I'm going to hear from, this and that. I'd say I'm pretty far away from narrowing it down on decisions and committing and all that. I feel like I still got a long way to go.
Okay. So what do you do during your downtime, like after school's done and stuff like that? What do you do to keep yourself and your body right? You know what I'm saying? Besides practice, are you doing anything individually yourself, or is eating right, training right to keep yourself ready and stuff like that to play, you know, during all this pandemic stuff that we've been going through?
Yeah, like I said, by myself, I'll go and lift sometimes, or I'll go to the gym. I know I'll say this every Friday. I get out of school early. I get out around like 1, and then I don't have to go to the gym or do any type of workouts like 3:45. So I know for those 2 hours, I'll go hit the gym by myself. I'll hop on the shooting machine, and I'll put up like 1,500 shots by myself in there just working out. And then I make sure I take my protein here that I got at school. I just eat the right foods. I don't really like any candy or sweets, any of that. Everyone thinks I'm crazy, but I don't eat any of it. They'll never catch me eating any sweets. So
Wow, that's
I don't eat any of it. So I just keep my body good. Just work out all the time.
Okay. So what advice can you give to the young people coming up now? You know what I'm saying, that where you got some that look up to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, ever since you stepped on the scene at the Who Wave, I mean, you know, this young kids like, oh, who's that? Who's that? Oh, you know, this guy Sticks. Like, who's that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you got a lot of following. So what advice can you give the young student athletes coming up to, you know, prepare themselves to play at the next level, to play on that elite AAU team and stuff like that? What advice can you give them?
Advice I give them is to just keep working. Just to don't stop working. Don't get complacent. There's so many kids in the world that want to go D1. I want to go to the league. I want to just play basketball. So that's why I remind myself with a lot. So you always just gotta keep working. You always gotta do something to get better every day, and just don't get caught up in the crowds going throughout your life because people are gonna try and drag you here and there. And just always be confident in yourself, and whatever you put your mind to, you could do it. So that's what I would tell them.
Okay, yeah, like I said, man, it was definitely, you know what I'm saying, an honor, man, to finally have, you know, one of the, you know, best in CT, man, pride of face of Rose City, you know what I'm saying, on the show. And you know, I do this with every, you know what I'm saying, person that comes on the show. You gotta make your ultimate my player, you know what I'm saying, to play in the game. You gotta take 5 people, whether they pro, college, a hometown hero, um, you know what I'm saying? Give me 5 players and what you would take from each one of those players to say, hey, this is me. This is the person I'm gonna make that I'm gonna wreck shop on anybody I play against. 5 players to make your ultimate my player.
Um, I'm gonna take Steph Curry's 3-point shooting or just his shooting ability. I'm gonna take Rondo. Rondo's IQ.
Okay. Wow.
IQ is important. I think I'm gonna take Derrick Jones bounce. I need some bounce.
Ooh.
Take that bounce.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna take LeBron's body.
Okay. And your last one.
I think I'll take Russell Westbrook's speed. It's moving fast, being able to move.
Wow. That and that's the interesting my player, because you said a couple guys that I don't think anybody would ever say. Like, people sleep on Rajon Rondo, who's one of the, you know, best point guards still to me. I love Rondo. You know, my favorite point guard, Stephon Marbury, but I love Rondo. I mean, this kid is amazing, been amazing since he got in the league. And then you said Derrick Jones. Wow. Derrick Jones, I mean, his leaping ability is like out of this world.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And you know, so like it's real good. So yeah, once again, man, you know, just appreciate you, man. Salute you in everything that you do. You know, just keep doing it. Just keep them grades up. You know what I'm saying? And I know that we'll definitely be watching you on TV. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully your fans can come back in the gym when you get to college. We'll be in the gymnasium watching you play. And like I said, just salute you, salute your family, you know, for, you know, raising a young, humble man like yourself. And, you know, it's just an honor, like I said, to have you on the show, you know, be a part of the family, you know, and just remain to do what you do, man, and do it at a high level, man. Keep God first, keep God in your life, man. And just, you know, keep doing what you do, man.
Thank you for having me, though. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir, definitely. So we'll be talking in the future. Hopefully, you know, when you're ready to make your announcement, we come back on the show, have a special segment. You know what I'm saying, for you to make your announcement or something. You know, live on Timeout with Shaq. You know what I'm saying. So just keep doing what you're doing, man.
So.
Yes, just keep doing what you're doing, man. And you know, God bless, man. And I'll be talking to you soon.
All right, thank you.
All right, man. Later.
All right, I'll see you later.